Check the fever, Club 2G, the Roxy's dead. It just got shot up last week. You can take it to the LQ and scoop a few mommies. It's poppin', we got the little honeys rockin'. We drink Super Thug and Bellevue till the room spin. And tell them what they wanna hear, just so we can rip like, you know.
Gee, I feel so lucky, yeah.
Glad my fire, shorty, word up.
To have you all alone.
Yeah, it's going down right now, baby.
I really love the way you love me.
Guys, what is up? Maximilian from Maximilian Must Know here. Got another episode of sample shopping for you guys. 4 fragrances, of course, sent to me by Adrian at Decant Shop. Now you can get all of these at decantshop.com, and you should use my coupon code MAX12, which is going to save you 12% off your entire order. Decant Shop is the best place online to get samples of all different kinds of fragrances, including designer fragrances, niche fragrances, discontinued fragrances, original formulations of fragrances, etc. So 4 for you to look at today, guys. The first is going to be from the House of Bond number 9. And this one is called Brooklyn. Now, I own 6 from this house. New Harlem, New York for All, Shelter Island.com, Silver Factory, and Bleecker Street. I'm definitely on the fence as to what number 7 should be. You know, right now I'm probably leaning towards Fire Island. We've looked at a bunch from this house on the show. Now, this one supposedly Larice Ramey did in 2008, and note-wise, we get grapefruit and cardamom at the top. This one's called Brooklyn, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. Cypress, geranium, juniper, and gin in the middle, cedar, leather, and gaiac in the base. I've seen 100 ml of Brooklyn for as little as $120, so deals can be had on this one. And of course, the bottle on this one with the graffiti, you know, to me as a New Yorker who definitely was into graffiti for a while, is really dope. As far as this one goes, by the way, guys, I have all of these on skin right now. I really like it. It's a beautiful, fresh fragrance. I definitely get a gin and tonic vibe. There's something with like the grapefruit and the gin. It's really light. It's effervescent. It's fresh. It smells really natural and almost sparkly. You know, is it something I feel like I need? You know, probably not. You know, guys, my collection is so large at this point that, you know, it's tough for me to find a fragrance that I just feel like I have to have. But this one's really good and it smells really natural, and it's definitely one of the better bonds I've smelled for warmer weather. So it's definitely something I'm interested in. Let's leave that at that right now for me. The next one we're going to look at is from the House of Carolina Herrera, and it's called CH Sport. Now, I own 3 from this house: CH Man, CH Privé, and 212. I'd like to get 212 VIP and Chic. You know, I know they're doing something new with Central Park. I would definitely like to take a look at that. We've looked at a couple of flankers of 212 on this show. Neither really did it for me. This one, if you want though, you can find for the low. I've seen this one $32 online, and your notes on this one are bergamot, grapefruit, and sage at the top. C notes, pepper and juniper berries in the middle, sandalwood, oak moss, and vetiver in the base. And guys, I'll be honest with you, I kind of feel about this one the way I felt about Aqua Essenza Blue by Ferragamo last week. Like, it doesn't blow me away. It's not like, oh my god, you gotta check this one out. But at the price it's offered at, this is a $30 fragrance, the same way Aqua Essenza Blue is, it's very solid. You just get beautiful grapefruit note in this one. I gotta be honest, I like the grapefruit in this better than I do in Brooklyn by Bond number 9. It's really effervescent, really light. There's some beautiful C notes in this. It's nice. It doesn't remind me anything of CH Man, but you know, it has that sugarcane and leather, but it's a really nice lighter fragrance that I think is well worth your $32. Okay, next let's go to the House of Juliette Has A Gun and looked at Midnight Oud. Now, we have never looked at a scent from this house on this show, but I did do a video on their scent Gentlewoman for their PR company, and I actually enjoyed that one. I also have a sample of their I think it's called Not a Perfume, which is sort of in the style they're like of eccentric molecule fragrances. And on Midnight Oud, we're going to get saffron, papyrus, and bergamot and rose at the top, geranium, oud, and castoreum in the middle, patchouli, sandalwood, amber, and musk in the base. This was a 2009 release. A bottle of this will set you back about $135, and it can be found at Sephora or Lucky Scent. I don't own any fragrances from this house. None are really on my radar. As far as this one goes, I actually like this one quite a bit. This is a nice oud fragrance. You're gonna get the things you want from an oud fragrance in this one, or at least for me. It's a little bit dirty. It's a little bit fresh. You know, you're gonna get the bergamot and rose at the top. I get a really nice dose of the castoreum in this one with the oud. Yeah, this is a nice oud. I mean, again, like when I buy it, I don't know. You know, it's a dirty oud. I have some dirty ouds. For the price, $135, man, that's pretty good for a fragrance like this. But I don't know that you can't find something like this, you know, from the House of Montal, or just you know, any fragrance is producing. Any house that's producing oud fragrances, I think it's a good release, and I think at $135, you know, if you need to get your fragrances from a Sephora and they have it, dope. Look at this; it's a good fragrance for the price, but it's not blow away. But it is definitely, you know, for something you can find in Sephora, I think this is well done. Guys, we're gonna finish up this week looking at one from the house of Giorgio Armani. This one is called Oud Royale. We looked at Vetiver Babylon a few weeks ago, but really so far from this collection, you know, the only one that I really fell in love with is Figuier Eden, which I still need to buy. It's a beautiful fig fragrance with some iris in there. I do actually own Amber Eccentrico, which I really like. That was a blind buy for me. I got a good deal on eBay. You know, and that's sort of the way I want to get fragrances now. Like if I like one or I'm interested and I can snag it for a good price, that's sort of how I want to get them. I'm not really into just buying everything that's out there. You know, I'm way past 500 bottles, and that's just silly. But regardless, this one, Oud Royale, was a 2010 release. The perfume on this one was Eveline Boulanger, and the notes are sandalwood, amber, saffron, incense, rose, and oud. Retail on this one is a steep $290 for 100 ml, but you can find this one for about $180 online. And for me, yeah, this is just, man, this is a huge ripoff. Like, to me, the Juliette Has A Gun oud just destroys this one. This is really light. There's not a lot of oud in this one, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there's oud, but it's more about like amber and a little bit of rose and incense, and the oud is real light. And at $300, like, man, if you're paying $300 for an oud, you can just do so much better, I think, including Juliette Has A Gun Midnight Oud. This is a smooth, well-composed fragrance, but again, Montal has done hundreds of these sorts of fragrances with Mansara. Well composed, smooth, rose, amber, a little bit of incense, a little bit of saffron, and oud. Well done. Certainly not worth that $300 price point. Not even close. Guys, if I'm ranking these, wow, this is tough actually. You know, I'm gonna say for the price, CH Sport 1. Then I'm gonna go Midnight Oud, and then I'm gonna go Brooklyn, and then I'm gonna go Oud Royale, which to me is the biggest ripoff. Would I purchase any of these? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I don't think they're good fragrances. I think CH Sport, Midnight Oud, and Brooklyn, for the right people, are bottle worthy. So guys, we'll be back next week with 4 more fragrances. We'll look at one from the house of LM Parfum. We'll look at one from the house of Tom Ford. We'll look at one from the house of Diptyque, and we'll finish up next week. Actually, 2 from the house of Diptyque. So 2 from the house of Diptyque, 1 from the house of Tom Ford, 1 from the house of LM Parfum. Guys, you know what it is. You know what we do every week. Sample shopping, DecanShop.com. That coupon code MAX12 is good all the time. To save you 12% off your entire order. Always $365. You know what it is. DecanShop.com.
Yeah. Yo, DeLorean, stay here. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab shorty with the red and black spaghetti string shirt on, getting a twerk on. She gotta work that donkey all on me.